From your perspective, what is brave feminine leadership, and do you think it needs to change?
It relates to something I talked about earlier, which is women are really strong problem solvers. We come in with a skill set. And I think we need to own it. We need to own our skills at influencing others, at bringing others into the fold, and also being able to take a decision when need be. There's this tendency to put a high value on prototypical male attributes in leadership and say, well, this is what women should be doing. And we bring something unique to the table. So giving ourselves the space to do that, and our organizations giving us the space to demonstrate the value add of that approach is key. And I think organizations are starting to talk the talk in that domain. I don't know if they're quite walking the walk yet. Some places are, but I think there's a great opportunity there.
What does the term brave feminine leadership mean? And do you think it needs to change?
For me, brave feminine leadership, it's about a way of walking in the world. And I believe brave feminine leadership can be exhibited by people of all genders. It's not just a women's thing. What does it tell me? It tells me that you're harnessing your emotions instead of trying to silence them. So often we see leadership presented in a dispassionate way. For me, brave feminine leadership is about harnessing everything that I am, all my emotions and everything else, and using it to create positive change in the world. So that's about vulnerability. It's about empathy. It's about fear. It's about courage, all those things. When I lead, and I lead with others, I'm not saying leadership for me is not me being out in front or whatever. It's me being deeply connected at a human level to the goodness that sits under the brokenness, if I can put it like that, and working with others through an emotional as much as a physical connection to create positive change in the world. I think that's what brave feminine leadership is. And when the brave part of it, I think you become braver over time, is my experience. I mean, courage is like a muscle. The more you use it, the easier it becomes. And I've just found that in my work. If I think about some of the situations I've had to navigate through in the last couple of years, I never would have been up for that 15 years ago. I would have been kind of in a little mess on the floor in fear about it. So Brene Brown and others say, look, courage is not about no fear. It's about having fear, but being prepared to step in anyway. And I think the more you do that, the easier it becomes.
What does brave feminine leadership look like, and do you think it needs to change?
So I think it is about being 100% yourself. So that total human leader, wearing pink if you want to, vulnerability. So it's okay to be vulnerable because that's you in that moment, and just bringing that as well as courage. And I really reflect on that word because sometimes I think, just be a little bit more courageous. It's not always that easy. But if you bring those two things together, that total human leadership, and it's okay to be female in whatever way that turns up on the day, and you're courageous in it, so you speak up and you have a go or put your hand up. I think that is what it is to me.
And it's okay to show emotion?
Yeah, yes.